Before we get to this week's Tigers episode, just a quick reminder that in the description of this video is a link to a charity event that I'm participating in. This is a Top Golf event. It's a golf event. I'm not a golfer, so I appreciate your support to help me get through this. For Parkinson's research, as I've shared before, my mom has Parkinson's. This is an event that her and my dad put on each year. This is the third year they've done this event, and last year they raised over $100,000, so we're looking to increase that. So if you have $1, $6, $9.13, $69, $5,000, whatever you can afford to donate, if anything, see the link in the description. I'd really appreciate it. And for those of you who are interested, if you go to the site where you can donate, you can also see where the event's being held. I think it's in like 15. Ooh, whoa, Norton antivirus. We don't need you up. I think it's being held in like 15 different sites across the country. And you don't have to be a golfer to participate. It's like a fun, like arcade style golf game almost. But if there's one near you and you want to participate, you can go ahead and sign up on the website too. But thanks for listening. Thanks for taking a look on to our Detroit Tigers. It's time for the 2027 MLB season. As LA Knight says, let me talk to you. The Detroit Tigers here in the 2027 season are predicted to win the AL Campanella division. Of course, this is our first season with realignment. And expansion, by the way. Here's Audible. You can see we are predicted to be the best team by far in our division. Really a big drop off for the Guardians. And who was the other team who was really good? It was the Guardians and the Twins. Are they in our division? Yeah, they're there. So the Guardians and Twins were the second and third best teams in the majors last year. I guess this prediction sim isn't treating them so well. Our 561 runs against is just so much absurdly better than anybody else in the AL. 3.19 ERA. 746 runs isn't too shabby either. Reds, Brewers, Cubs all projected to come above 500. Now you remember the the four division winners get into the postseason, get a bye, and then there's 4 wild cards in each league. So looking at the top hitters, here's our guy Luke Leto, Jackson Jobe, and Chase Dolander over here. So Espino and Alcantara in this prediction sim aren't even top pitchers, and we still had that good of an ERA. Atlanta, Houston, St. Louis, Tampa, pretty tight race there for the NL Bankhead division. And the Rockies somehow predicted to win the NL Robinson division. They do have Tovar's coming off an MVP, and it looks like they have Zach Veen, who's been up actually for them. Benny Montgomery is here, who's also been up for them. And who's this guy? Tommy White, the second overall pick in 2024, is also there. Wow. All right, Rockies. So the Rockies and the Diamondbacks are predicted to be the class of this division. We'll see how that goes for them. Our team is pretty similar to how we last left it and how I kind of saw the roster shaping up in terms of hitters. We had a couple relief pitcher injuries, but we'll get to that. Joey Bart and Dingler will pretty much be a timeshare, almost a 50-50 split at catcher. We'll see how that plays out. And then we got around the diamond from first base, we got Leto, Goloff, Malloy, Made. No real changes there. Horvath will be our everyday left fielder, but I think probably Pacheco will get a good amount of time. And actually, as I'm talking about this, I actually want Pacheco to play more as the lefty bat. Yeah, let's do that. And then there's a lot of lefty bats, but we'll figure it out. Lefty, righty, lefty, right. Yeah, I don't like those two lefties in a row, but we're going to have 2 lefties in a row somewhere. I guess it's going to be there. Yeah, okay, there we go. Pacheco's going to play some left field for us. Just decided this now. Meadows, Lee, Jack Moss making the team. Our second-round pick from 2024. Now, the guy who didn't make the team is down in AAA, who's our first guy up, Jack Hurley. He was our best hitter by WRC Plus in spring training. His time is coming. He's pissed he's in the minors, and he should be. He's mashed at every level. 107th overall pick in 2023. He's a dude. He's still looking like a dude. He's coming. Delandry and Blyce are also coming. We've got a good amount of outfield talent coming up. And oops, not what I wanted to do. So there's Moss. Malgeri will get the bulk of the playing time against lefties at DH, and here we'll let Horvath play, of course. So yeah, I mean that's the team. The bench players are, of course, Pacheco / Horvath in a platoon, Malgery / Moss in a platoon, Bart and Dingler kind of in a timeshare, and then Ozzie Albies is on the team as well in a bench role. Pitching side of things, no surprises in the rotation. Alcantara, Dollander, Espino, Job, and then Wentz does edge out Zach Thompson. Thompson was okay as a starter for us last year, but he was really good in a long relief role the year before. So we're going to stick him back in that spot and let the younger Wentz try to grab a job as a starting pitcher in the major leagues. His first start of the season will be the first major league start of his career. He's our 19th round pick from 2024, so he's already returned good value. The bullpen, you will notice, Montes Tioco, like our number one setup guy, our beast guy that we really needed to have step up after trading Abreu, losing Beeks to free agency, and he's out with shoulder inflammation. He's going to miss 4 months. So that sucks. Alex Lang will jump into a back end of the bullpen role and a setup role for us. Lefty, Andrew Vasquez added some velocity. He added some control. He added some potential stuff. Oh, he added stuff as well. And he didn't give up a run. And this is all in March at the age of 33. And he also didn't give a run in spring training. So he'll be our lefty setup guy replacing Jalen Beeks. Then we've got Hobie Milner, who we signed as a free agent. AJ Blueball, seriously, grow up, guys. He is 26 and getting his first crack of Major League Baseball. Nolan and Flores, two younger arms. Well, I guess Flores isn't there anymore, 26, former top 100 prospect. He's carved out a decent role for himself as like a decent reliever. And then Zach Thompson in the long relief role. You are looking at the Tigers, the team with the worst farm system in baseball. We don't have any top 100 prospects. But, man, like, look, you're going to tell me this dude, 21, who drafted in the 4th round, George Wolkow of 2026, you can tell me this guy isn't going to come up and make an impact soon? You are going to sit here and tell me that Jack Moss is a prospect that is not going to make an impact soon? Get out of here. And we haven't even talked about Jack Hurley yet. We haven't even talked about, who else haven't we talked about? Tommy DeLandre, Miguel Blaze, Brandon Barreria. Like, look at these studs. We've got plenty of talent coming, all right? David Tenicella, is he going to develop? He might. So, we don't have a top 100 prospect. That's why we're so far down. And, of course, I like my prospects better than the AI, like always. Rob Scott, come on, our 30th overall pick just last year, and he's already an A-ball. Come on. Rob Scott looks like, man, if he develops, he's going to be a fun player. So, yeah, I feel fine about our farm system. We also have a really young team. I mean, Espino, Dollander, Job, all young. Luke Leto, Malloy, Galoff, Moss, Made, all these guys are youngish or young. So I'm not worried about the state of our farm system. But that's where we are as a team entering the 2027 season. So, let's get into it. Let's go defend our World Series championship and see what the 2027 season brings us. We're now up to everybody's favorite first stopping point in the season, June 1st. The Tigers are 27 and 26. We are 5 games behind the Twins. A lot of teams here, though. We're in 5th place in our division. Wild card, same thing. We're not too far out. We're only 2 games out, but a million teams here. Like 73 teams approximately tied for the last wild card spot, including the expansion Ottawa franchise at 29 and 24. The New Orleans Dominoes are in last place at 22 and 31. But it's a respectable record for your first season. Expanded standings say we're one worse than our run differential of plus 17. Toronto overachieving. We're 2-4 in extra innings, 7-5 in one-run games. It's really been a struggle offensively so far this year. We're 10th in runs scored. 14th in on base, 11th in slugging. Hasn't been going great. Pitching, our starters ERA is 2nd. We are 5th in runs scored. We're 1st in pitcher WAR. We're 4th in defense, so better there. We went 11 and 13 in May, picked it up, or in April. In May, we picked it up and went 16 and 13. The offense, Joey Bart has just been a monster, especially lately. A 155 WRC plus, but what was it in May? Yeah, 179 in May. Dingler is on the IL. Ozzie Albies, 149 WRC plus. I think he had a really good May too. Yeah, he had a 56 WRC plus in April, and then in May had a 212. He's starting to get more and more playing time now as well. Jung-Hoo Lee and Justin Henry Malloy both doing their things with WRC pluses north of 130. Meadows with a 105, and then it just gets ugly. Luke Leto, 76 WRC plus. So what's different from him from last year? Well, he's walking less. You can see here, striking out just a little bit more. BABIP is down. I mean, his slug is down 100 points. He's on pace for 12 doubles and 31 home runs. It just hasn't been very good lately. He was better in May. In April, he had a 62 WRC plus. In May, he got up to an 86. So he needs to get better. Kevin Made has struggled to play, but still good with the bat. Max Horvath, just not good. What's different for him this year? His walk rate is down from 9.2 to 5.7%. His strikeout rate is up from 25.8 to 31.1. His BABIP is down from 370 to 311. It's like his luck and his performance have gotten worse. So hopefully he can turn it around. Jack Hurley was called up because Isaac Pacheco, I gave him like a month, and he wasn't doing anything, so we sent him down. And then Hurley's scouting has since taken a hit, but this is his first adversity he's hit as a professional ball player. You can see he's hit well everywhere, and now so far this year in Detroit has not hit well. The walk rate is low. The strikeout rate isn't that bad. The BABIP is way lower than it's been at any other level. The leash is getting shorter on him. Zach Goloff, major disappointment here, like an established good major league player, and he's just been off to a terrible start. Walk rate is way below his career mark. Strikeout rate is a good bit above. BABIP is low. Just not a lot going right for him either. Jack Moss, 169 plate appearances, and they haven't been too nice. A 46 WRC plus. Just time is running out on him. I don't mean for good, but I just mean his first taste of Major League Ball. We're trying to defend a World Series championship. We don't have time for this. Ben Malgeri, same thing. Ben Malgeri, 45 WRC plus. Only 61 plate appearances because he does play mainly just against lefties with a little bit of time against righties. But yeah, it just hasn't clicked for him yet at this level. David Garcia is up because Dingler is on the AL. Dingler is off to a good start, and he hasn't done anything, but it's only been 25 plate appearances. Pitching side of things, Chase Dolander leading the war train. And you can see right here, just yesterday, May 31st, he pitched a perfect game. 10 Ks, no walks, no hits, 9 innings in a 5-0 win over Pittsburgh. He's on pace for 6 WAR, 5.7 WAR. He's got a 7-2 record. FIP, ERA, Sierra, all excellent. His strikeouts are up a little. The BABIP is super low, so he's probably not going to continue to get this good of results, but an ace-like season from Chase Dolander. Espino, why'd that come out weird? Espino. Daniel Espino. A good season from him so far as well. ERA and FIP all in the lower half of the threes. Andrew Vasquez, excellent out of the pen so far. Ryan Wentz, the 19th round pick, he's got a 4.4 ERA, but his FIP is 3.72. You can see in May he had a 1.97 ERA as of May 7th. And then he go up 6 runs, 0 runs, 6 runs, 4 runs. The ERA is blown to 4.40. But he's been good. Jackson Jobe has been fine. Alex Lang has been good. Alcantara has been all right. The Ks are all the way down to 5.5 per 9, but it hasn't come to bite him yet. Wilmer Flores has struggled a bit. Everybody else has been pretty fine. I mean, Wentz has a below league average ERA, or above league average ERA, and same with Flores, nobody else. FIP-wise, Flores, Alcantara, Milner, and Williams are all above league average. So, yeah, Williams hasn't been great, but he'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about him. He's been walking a million guys. I think he'll straighten that out. I hope he straightens that out. So, that's where we stand as a team on June 1st, 2027. We're just a few days away from the draft, where we have the 34th pick, because there are like 4 compensation picks, which is highly annoying. Look at this. The Mariners jumped up from 11th to 5th. Who was supposed to pick first? The Giants. They dropped all the way to 9th because they've got 2 comp picks in there. That sucks. Yeah, so a bunch of comp picks. We'll pick 34th as a result, and then the 67s and the Dominoes go right behind us. So what is going to happen with the team? The pitching is probably going to stay the same for now. Hitting, I don't know, guys. I mean, so Green will be back in 2 weeks, so mid-June. So we're looking at probably he's got to go out on rehab for a week, right? Like, he was rehab for a week, I almost said. He's got to go out and rehab for a week. I think, he's been out since September or October. So I think we're looking at the second half of June when he's back. Dingler has another week left. He had put up a 141 WRC plus, granted only 29 plate appearances, but he's playing all right. Montes de Oca, it's still 2 months away, so we're looking at August before he even rehabs. Nolan got hurt and then went to he's in AAA now, getting a rehab assignment in. So, I don't know. I mean, we need bats. Pacheco's gone down and hit, which is cool. But, Delandry would be a guy I'd consider calling up, but he's only been league average down there so far this year. Blaze would be another guy I'd consider calling up, but he's only got an 80 WRC plus this year. In terms of everyday players, I don't know, Jeffrey Hurd, but has been performing well. But really, I think it's up to Delandry and Blaze to get themselves on track and get themselves up here, maybe to take some at-bats away from Malgeri and Moss. But we'll see. We'll get Green back. We'll obviously be in the trade market for bats unless somebody steps up and proves themselves. But let's go ahead and get to the draft and pick our future Tigers that we'll be talking about as all-stars in a few seasons. All right. First-year player draft time. Like I said, we're picking 34th here in the first round. Mock draft, let me tell you, the guy that I'd be targeting, is it this guy? Yeah, dude. Danny Knoll, I guess his name is. Danny Knoll. 70 outfield range, good work ethic, 70 home run power potential, fly ball hitter. Yeah, I'd be pretty excited about drafting this guy. So we'll see where old Danny falls to. We're definitely not getting him. He'll go in the first few picks, but what a pick he will be. All right, so the Nats take Mike 0144 Buczynski. I'd like to get the backstory there of that nickname. Okay, that guy's a potential superstar. That's cool. It's a cool pick. His expected role is in the bullpen? Oh, he's a two-way player. Whoa, dude. He's like a really good pitching prospect, too. I mean, 18-year-old pitching prospect, who knows? But holy crap. Maybe I'll try to remember to keep an eye on him. Buczynski. He could be fun. I mean, if he signs, what's his... I wonder what his... bonus to minus slot, that says. All right, fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right, let's see when our guy goes. Birchfield. Ooh, that is a great power bat, but some concerns there with the fielding and the personality. San Diego takes Josh Hispanic Titanic Stell. Man, 75 home run power. And again, look at this. Man, some really good bats with great fielding, too. Now, the work ethic, yeah, don't love it, but all right, the Cubs. Eric Parker. Oh, that's a great college bat. I love the top of this draft. I want to see when my guy goes. He still hasn't gone. Okay, that guy's cool. Danny Knoll is going to go to Colorado, yes, and run down fly balls out in Coors Field and hit like 93 homers a season. I love this. All right, cool. Let's go up to our pick. Auto draft until picked by Detroit. We're on our draft hitters filter here. But we're looking at pitchers, so we want to look at all batters. Wow, we've still got a couple guys that my scout thinks are an 80 overall. What does OSA think of this guy? Wow, why is this guy falling? He only wants $1.9 million? He's got a little work ethic, sure. But that's surprising he's out here. Here's a 70 outfield range guy. Wow, look at... Oh, gosh. This might just be the guy I pick. How am I going to pass up on this guy? He's already got such a high floor. I mean, he's got the high intelligence. He's got the 70 outfield range. What a dream. Is he a two-way player, too? Ish. Yeah, he's already got 3 pitches. Shoot, man. I mean, at 21, his arm isn't very developed, but it's going to take a lot for me not to pick him. Let's see who my scouting director recommends. A high school center fielder. Oh, okay, so the 80 overall. I mean, that guy's awesome. Don't get me wrong. That guy could be a generational hitter. But gosh, he's so far from that ceiling, man. He's so far. And the low work ethic, it's only a 60 outfield range. Like, I prefer the other guy. What was his name? Is this my guy? Yeah. Chris Freitag. I mean, I know the contact and the avoid K's potential are way lower, but he's already got some development here. He's got the better range. He's got the better personality. And he's also a two-way player. Like, look at this potential. Throws 96 to 98, and he's better on defense. I definitely prefer my guy here, Chris Freitag. Freitag. That's how you guys are going to tell me it's pronounced. Let's just glance at some of these other guys. Good player, but he's no Chris Freitag. Chris Raines, good player. It's not Chris Freitag. It's a really good-looking high school bat. Meh. Ooh, this is a really good player, too. Doesn't have the defensive abilities of Freitag. But let's compare them. Let's take a look side by side. So, yeah, I still like my guy better. Still like Chris. Or wait, hold on. I was looking at him in reverse. So contact, he's got him by a little. Gap, home run, but got him by a little. My guy's got eye. Ooh, I do like Dave Jones, but the 70 range is just going to win out. Like, you got to be a clearly better player to win out over Chris Freitag here. Same thing with this. Great player, but he doesn't have the 70 range. Man, there's some really... This is a really strong draft. All right. I wonder who are the impossible guys? So remember, I have a ton of extra money. Like, Jesus Strickland, might have to draft him at some point. Are there any batters that are impossible? Let's look at draft. Hitters. Like this guy here. What's his deal? Yeah, I don't know if he's worth like an impossible. Oh, this guy might be. 0 power. I don't know that I'm going impossible signing on a guy with just no pop in his bat. He's impossible? Yeah, I don't know if I see somebody I want to spend a ton of money on. But again, it's like free money. It's going to go back in the pot if I don't use it. This guy might be. I might draft this guy a little later and just see what it ends up being. And just spend a bunch of money on him. He's not amazing, but I'll spend money on him. All right, so, yeah, Chris Freitag is our guy here. I don't see any reason why he's not. And he only wants $260,000. So I could probably honestly get him in the next round, but I'm not risking that. Welcome aboard, sir. Was he projected to go anywhere? Oh, there he was, 30th overall. Okay. I'm surprised his bonus demand was only $260,000 based off of that. Next pick for us. Let's see who our scout recommends here. Chris Raines. Yeah, that makes sense. He's still out there. That's surprising. He only wants $700,000 too. Tommy Angus. That's a good-looking player. Another outfielder though. What do we have in terms of like infielders, like non-first base infielders? I really like this player. There's Kircher. I'm not gonna draft him yet. I have this guy on a short list. Was he from a different draft? Oh, I did have him on a short list from the 2024 draft, and he didn't sign. He's come down a bit, but he's also developed, right? What is he? He only wants $410,000. This guy could pretty immediately be a decent infield prospect. We're going to keep an eye on him. Decent player. Yeah, I really like this guy, Luis Galarza. And the reason is just because I always tend to accumulate a lot of outfield prospects. I feel like non-first base infield prospects are like the hardest to come by, and I think this guy is a good one. Now, his competition level was poor. This is probably a reach, but I'm going to go with Luis Galarza here. I've been going way off the board here, I think, of what my scout wants me to do, but we're doing it. Let's go to our next pick. Is Chris Raines still out there? What about if I wanted a pitcher? I haven't drafted a pitcher yet. High school guy. Already has 2 good pitches. Let me go all starters. Are there any like good college arms out there? Nothing I'm going to be picking yet. Oh, that guy's two-way player? Two-way player. Potential really good power bat with the 65 infield range. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it though. He's got a lot of holes in his game. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's I don't know if there's like a 3rd round guy out here right now. There are definitely some decent pitchers out here though. Wow. I kind of want to go Kircher, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong. Chris Raines is a good-looking player. Who's this guy? Yeah, I mean, that power's really tempting, but he doesn't have a lot else going on. If you notice, I don't love guys with no power potential. I think it kind of limits their ceiling. Wes Blanchard is not a bad looking player. Again, you can always rope me in with a 65 plus range. A really good bat with a 65 plus range leapfrogs everybody else for me. I'm sure you've probably noticed. Josh Mendoza right on cue, 70 outfield range. What do we have in terms of college players on here? Okay. Whew, that's a decent player. Not a great defensive profile, though. This is a really good draft class, man. My scout loves this draft class. There's so many players out here I'd like to pick. Wowzers. How about the let's just look at just high school bats, too. I don't necessarily want to draft another high school outfielder. That 70 outfield range is really tempting. He's a righty bat. Let me look at something real quick. Who did I take with this guy, right? The infield guy, high school, or is he he's a junior college guy? Yeah, he's a junior college freshman. So he's 19. Okay. Man, I don't know. So this is who my scout thinks. I don't really want to draft a high school arm. Didn't he give me a different batter, though? Chris Reinhardt. Yeah, this is a guy I looked at. I really don't mind this guy. Infield, righty bat, 65 range, pretty well developed. He's probably not going to be a superstar unless he takes a major step forward in scouting. But, yeah, I'm going to trust my scout on this one. There's so many guys that I'm tempted to draft right now. There's so many good players, but I love this. The 65 range, the intelligence. He's already got a high floor. Let's draft Chris Reinhardt here. Kircher's still out there. Chris Raines is still out there. Yeah, at this point, I'm going Chris Raines. I mean, I know there's not a lot going on with his personality. There's not a lot going on with his defense, but he can just come in and be like Vlad Jr. for us. He's 6'6", 225 at 19 years old. Just finished high school. Let's bring in Chris Raines and see how many years it takes him to become a bust. No, just kidding. Oh, that guy, is Kircher gone? I think Kircher went. Nah, oh well. We've got this impossible guy out there. All right, so now this is our 5th round pick. Who does my scout recommends? This high school pitcher. I don't know. This is all bats right now I'm looking at. All right, let's look at all starters. So this guy is showing up as impossible to sign. We have a ton of money left. I do wish it was a bat, but it's normally going to be a high school arm. The impossible guys. This is high intelligence, high work ethic. Don't hate that. Yeah, let's go with Jesus Strickland here. Out of Brick Township Memorial High School in Brick, New Jersey. Wait, was he the impossible guy? Oh, recommended slot 450. All right, draft player. Yeah, let's just take him. Let's see. Does it say? As indicated. Oh, so he's not even like. He would need a bonus significantly above 9 million. Good Lord, man. So, like, do you think this guy, I don't know, if this guy wasn't impossible to sign, like he's probably one of the best pitchers in the draft, right? Yeah, this is a really good pitcher. I'm honestly probably going, yeah, he's projected of the stuff and talent to be needed to go number 1. Jesus Jitters Strickland. Honestly, like I might give him like a $10 million offer and see what he says. Because I have like $40 million in budget, and look how far below slot I am here. Here's $3 million, $4 million. Like there's another $4 million in extra draft money. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to sign that guy actually for real. Normally I would stay away from a player like that. So Tim Branham, they want me to draft. Yeah, we've looked at him. We're at starting pitchers right now. Draft pitchers. Are there any other interesting impossible guys out here? Nope. Why are you guys impossible to sign? Like, you should take any money people give you to play baseball right now. I don't know. I don't hate the Branham pick, but we'll see. Yeah, that's the no power guy. Who's this guy? Yeah, I think I've taken my impossible shot. I think I'll stay away from the rest of these guys. So Branham, we've got this catcher who's okay at catching. Courtney Beckett is okay. Thinned out quickly here, huh? Dupree is impossible. It's not. I would not mind signing that guy. He's pretty good. JoJo Flowers is just a butcher defensively. What about in terms of infield range? Outfield range? Wow, 75 outfield range guy. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Here with our 6th round pick, maybe we'll take Branham. There's not another guy jumping off the page of me. I don't love this pick, but I do. I do love a slugger. If I'm going to take a guy who is extremely flawed, it's a player who can just mash home runs. Let's just pick Branham. That'll be fun. All right. So that'll conclude the end of the draft and the episode. I'll get to work here, man, on figuring out like what we're gonna do with like Jack Hurley in left field. Probably just honestly let him run out there and get at bats until Green comes back. What we're gonna do with Moss, who's just been brutal. Is Horvath about to get optioned? Quite possibly. We've got some options. Honestly, I think for Moss, I think I'm going to send him down and probably bring up DeLandry, who started to get hot over the last week. And that'll be the only move for now. But Miguel Blaze. Also, there's another guy down here, Carter Trice, who he walks a lot no matter where he is. Now, he's had a good minor league career until last year AAA struggled. And now he's not even starting this year. He started 18 games, and they've played in 39 plus 18 games, which is 57. So he's not even starting, but he's performing. He walks a lot. I honestly kind of want to call him up possibly too. He's on the 40-man. I put him on the 40-man this year to protect him from the Rule 5 draft. Miguel Blaze is hurt, by the way, but Delandry's heating up. It might be time to call him up for Malgeri. And we'll see what I do with the rest. Pacheco is hitting pretty well since he went down. Maybe he's ready for another shot, but we'll see. That's the end of this episode. I'm going to go watch an episode of Severance with my wife and then finish this draft. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, day, night, evening, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye.